Good evening or good morning, wherever you are. This is Greenstone Lobo, and you're seeing me live on Facebook. And I'm going to be talking about how is your 2020 going to be. And this is for people who are born with the Aries Ascendant. Before we go ahead with the entire thing, what I would want to say is that what you need to remember is that this is not for any particular zodiac sign. We're not doing it for any particular zodiac sign, but we're doing it for the ascendants. Okay, so there are so many people who join in today. It wouldn't be fair for me to take some names and not take the names of some other people because I won't be able to see all the names that is coming in. So I wouldn't be taking any names. But thank you all people who joined in, all my friends, colleagues, and all of those students who have joined in. Thank you so much for that. So we're going to be talking about the Aries Ascendant. Remember, once again, as I said before, this is not your zodiac sign, but your ascendant. Okay, now what is your ascendant? Ascendant is your first zodiac sign. The first zodiac sign that comes on the horizon when you're born is called as the ascendant. And you need to get this ascendant correct. You should go to a proper website. Don't use a Western website. Use an Indian website. If you don't have any website, then I can give you mine. You can go to truezodiacsign.com, and there is something called as a calculator. Put in your birth details, and you'll get your birth chart. And in the birth chart, you will see in the section on the left hand side, you will see ASC. The first thing that will be written on the top will be ASC, and that is ascendant. And against that, you will see a zodiac sign, and that is your ascendant zodiac sign. So we're going to talk about the ascendant zodiac sign Aries today. Okay, how is going to be your 2020 is what we're going to talk about. Remember, this is not about your sun sign Aries, but it is about your Aries ascendant. So, how is it going to be for you people? Let's talk about that. I'm going to talk about this in the different sections. So the first one I'm going to talk about is for people who were born between 1951 to 1969. Yeah, so this is the most important core of people who will see a huge change in their lives. Okay, in fact, this is not just for people who are born in the 50s. It is for people who are born any part of the world, anytime you're born. For all of us, Pluto, the most powerful planet in the universe. I'll tell you what, this is the most powerful planet in the universe, and it's the most amazing planet. It is going to make a transit. It is going to make a transit into an exaltation point. Pluto was in debilitation, in a weaker position since 2007. Okay, since when the Lehman Brothers happened. Okay, the economy collapsed. Since then, till now, till 2019. Pluto was in debilitation. It's a very weak position. But fortunately for all of us, people across the globe, we are lucky that Pluto is going to finally get into exaltation. It's a it's a major event because it is going to impact all of us. And specifically, it's going to impact all those people who have Pluto in a very, very strong position. So I'm going to talk about this Aries ascendant people who were born between 1951 to 1969. For them, it is going to be a huge transit simply because it is going to be their 8th house planet, which is going to transit into their 10th house. 8th house means transformation, 8th house means changes, 8th house means major events happening, and it is transiting into the 10th house of career. So that means it's going to be a fantastic transformation in career. And these people who are born in the 50s and the 60s were having a lot of tough time in the last few years, specifically between 2017 to 19. And they had so many things going unlucky. They were like into total disarray, but then I'm sure that they want to find this transit very, very interesting and very happening and very positive because this is moving into their 10th house of career. So you are going to see a major transformatory shift in your career. People born in the 1951 to 69 and people who are born between 1970 to 80. Okay, it's not over for people who are born between 1951 to 69. I'm going to actually, you'll have to hear me out the whole thing because I may be talking about you again. So hear me out. People who are born, I'm just talking about the planet Pluto, and we're going to talk about some more planets. So it's going to be a multi-dimensional change that is going to happen to your life. So let's look at what all of these planets are going to do to you. So 51 to 69 born people, major transit in their career. 1970 to 80 born people who with an Aries ascendant will also see a major shift. It may not be as dramatic, okay, as the the people who were born in the 50s and the 60s, but surely this is going to impact you very positively. Okay. So now the Pluto transit need not necessarily be very good for some people, okay, and they are the people who are born between the 1981 to 1989, and the shift is happening into your 10th house of career. Pluto is your 8th house planet going into the 10th house of career. See, the point is, if you would have been, I mean, people who are born between 1981 to 89, 89, I would say till September, okay, 1981 after October till 1989 September, if you're born, the probability, I mean, you'll have your Pluto in debilitation in your chart. So if you would have been through some major challenging life phase, I mean, extraordinarily, excruciatingly painful career situation before some 5-6 years, okay, maybe in the 2020s, the 2000, the 10s, you know, between the 2013 to 17, if you have gone through some major problematic situation in life, then probably you wouldn't see a major worrisome area. But some of you can go through some irritants connected to your career between 1981 to 89. And this period is going to be a fantastic patch. I mean, the year 2020 is going to be the most beneficial for people who are born between 1990 to 2005. Okay, 1990 to 2005 are people who have Pluto in their own house, and you have it in the 8th house, and 8th house means engineering, manufacturing, or technology, and so many other work that you could have been a part of. If you are into any of those areas, then you're going to do really well, because Pluto, your 8th lord, is going to get exalted into your 10th house of career, which is going to be a fantastic movement. So there's going to be a huge transformation in your career, a very positive transformation. If you have been through a lot of challenges so far in your career, then I would say that you're going to really make it this time. So people in the 1990, 91, 92, you would already started your career, but then now you wouldn't have had some great highs in your career. Now this is your time to get those highs. And people who are born in the 2000s, okay, I would say that you're going to start young and you're going to have a good time. Okay, so that is about the Pluto transit. Talking about another important planet which is also going to make a transit in this year is Uranus. Uranus is already there in Aries, in the Aries Ascendant. Okay, so now what does mean is that people who are born between 1967 to 73, 1967 after October and 1973 before October, you people are going to really have a fantastic time because of Uranus. Uranus is your 11th lord transiting in your first house. 11th house means results. 11th house means profits. So whatever the kind of an effort I'm putting in, what is the kind of a result I'm going to get is indicated by the 11th lord, and that planet which rules the Uranus, the ruler of the 11th house, is exalted in your first house of personality. It's going to be a huge thing for you. So if any of you are interested in starting your own business or doing some kind of a business venture, I would say that this is the time. Okay, now this is not only for 67 to 73 born people, but also for people who are born between 1980 to 1987. So 1967 to 73 and 1980 to 87 born people have Uranus exalted in your charts, and you have Uranus exalted. I mean, Uranus is your major planet. Either it is exalted or it is in its own house, and for you, this is going to be a fantastic time. I would say that just go ahead and start that business, do that stuff that you always wanted to do, and this is your time. This is the real time for you to do it. So what it means is that people who are born in that border, I mean, for Pluto as well as Uranus, that is 70 to 73 born people, this is going to be a fantastic time. You are really going to make it this time. Okay, so some people are born between 1963 to 66, so there's an overlap, and 73 to 79, okay? And also people who are born between 1988 to 1993, you have Uranus in debilitation in your charts. So 1963 to 66, 1973 to 79, and 1988 to 1993. So you people have to be a little careful as far as starting any kind of a business. I mean, you will have a lot of wish to start your own thing. You don't want to do something, go big bang and do something, but be a little careful. Don't jump into stuff. You need to be going with a lot of planning. Maybe you need to have somebody who's born in the 1967 to 73 or 80 to 87 born guy as a partner. Find someone strong and go don't go solo. Okay, you should be very careful. There's always a possibility that you can either get into a situation where all your efforts are not giving you enough returns, or you may even get into some kind of a loss. You don't want to get into some kind of a loss, so you need to be careful. 63 to 66 and 73 to 79, 88 to 93. Okay, so these are the people who have Uranus in a weaker position, so you need to be careful. And for rest of you all people, Saturn, I mean, okay, there are two more transits which is happening. Aries Ascendant people are really lucky this time because Saturn is moving into the 10th house. Okay, if you go to truezodiacsign.com, and if you see the position of your Saturn, and if your Saturn is in red color, that means probably there could be some irritants connected to your career that you need to be bothered about. Otherwise, Saturn is going to be good for you because it is entering into its own house, into your 10th house of career. And Jupiter, once again, is going to be very good for you all people because Jupiter is coming into the 9th house. 9th house means luck. 9th house means travels. 9th house means... So there is always a possibility that there is some sort of a higher education that you can get. You can move to different countries for some sort of a... There could be some sort of a movement for you. There could be some sort of a movement even for education. You can be going abroad. You can be doing some sort of an import-export, or you can even become something like a teacher, guru, master, some kind of a communication intensive work that you can do. So a lot of interesting possibilities happen because of the Jupiter entering into its own house. So that is going to be staying there till October 2020, and that's going to be a fantastic time for you. So if I'm looking at it for people who are Aries Ascendant people, the positives are all focused around your career, okay, and also it's about your business returns. So we're looking at that being your the most important aspect. And if you're going to look at the challenges, there are some challenges, okay, for people who are born specifically between 1979 to 1984. Okay, this is my special announcement for people who are born between 1979 to 84. You all have your planet X. The planet X is the one which is responsible for money, and that is placed in the 2nd house of money for you people. And money, and the planet X is weak in your chart, so you need to be a little careful while investing your hard-earned money, because you may just get into situations where there can be some sort of a trouble. Okay, but for all the other people, except 1979 to 84, all the other people, monetarily, the planet X is placed in the 2nd house of money. What it means is that you are going to be having a good income source. The money is going to come in. So 51 to 69, 67 to 73, 80 to 87. Okay, except for that 79 to 84, that born people, I would say that your finances are looking really good. So people between 80 to 87, you can start new ventures, but between 79 to 84, those born people have to be very careful with your money. But otherwise, 67 to 73 and all the other people who are born in any other time within Aries Ascendant, I would say that monetarily you seem to be in a very good spot. Okay. And there are two common things that I'm noticing for the Aries Ascendant people, which could be a challenge area, and you need to be very careful about, and that is two things. Number one is the planet Y is debilitated in the 7th house for you. The 7th house means relationships. Okay, so what it means is the relationships is not going to be very good for you. You must be already in some sort of a relationship issue since the last couple of years. Since 2017, your planet Y is debilitated in the 7th house. So relationship has been a painful area for some of you. And some of you would have had something to do with the health, which has been a concern area. But I would say that another important thing that is also would be bothering you would be about your family. Okay, so something to do with the mother, something to do with the home, something to do with the real estate, land and property can also be an area where there could be some sort of a concern. Okay, so this is my prediction for the Aries Ascendant people. And if I'm going to think of any popular names, I would say Saurav Ganguly and Salman Khan, okay, are two of those gentlemen who born with the Aries Ascendant, and both of them will be having the Pluto and the Uranus transit happening into the right houses. Yes, Salman Khan will have the Uranus not entering into a right house, so which means he needs to be a little careful about his health and also about his finances. Okay, though some of his movies will do well, but then there is always a possibility that Salman Khan can lose some of his money in some unprofitable ventures. But talking about Saurav Ganguly, Saurav Dada is going to do really, really very well because he has a fantastic, all the planets are aligned in the right places for him. He has planet X in the second house, planet Uranus in the 11th house, Uranus exalted in the first house, Pluto is in the 10th house, and Jupiter in the 9th house. So Dada is going to do really, really well as the BCCI president. Okay, so all Aries Ascendant people, good, best of luck to you. Do well, and this is your really, really very good year, and all the best to all of you. So all the other Ascendant people, I would say that I would say just stay tuned. You can join me in the next few days over a period of time. I'll be joining you all at the same time at 9:33 p.m. You can join me. Tomorrow it will be Taurus Ascendant, and so on for the next 11 days. Thank you for joining in, and see you soon.